not starting, stacking knowledge, getting stuck with analysis paralysis, getting contradictory information from all types of sources, which don't help with the implementation. We've had clients come to us after 10 years of research, reading books, whilst missing out on hundreds of thousands of dollars in capital growth and cash flow. The books will teach you the concepts. However, the books will not enable any practical implementation to get you moving on your goals. And people get stuck following the herd, like listening to the media and receiving well-meaning advice from friends and family and colleagues. And talking to lots of people will only lead to confused knowledge, but it won't translate into you actually making a quality property purchase. People get stuck into wrong deals, focusing on the wrong things, which end up costing them hundreds of thousands of dollars in opportunity costs. And ultimately, the truth is, whoever is advising you, have they walked the path of what you are wanting to do? Many selling professionals, they have never bought a property themselves, or they haven't built a portfolio. So what basis are they advising you on? So this case study is lost opportunity versus gain opportunity. So client story 1, Matt and Mary were in their mid-40s. They researched property, they read books, and they went to seminars for 10 years. 10 years is a complete property cycle. So they reached out to us in 2018. Actually, I want to call out their finance was set up quite high risk. The properties were tied together. In the 10 years that they had been thinking of taking action, they could have purchased 4 300k properties in Sydney or Melbourne. Like in 2012, imagine what would that mean for you. And according to CoreLogic, if you bought a home in Sydney just before June 2012, it was worth 75% more in mid 2017. If the purchase was before 2009, it had more than doubled in value. And a 1.2 million portfolio would be worth 2.1 mil over the 10-year period. Analysis paralysis and researching to no end is pretending to take action. It doesn't get you the outcomes and reduces the time in the market. So in Matt and Mary's case, they did eventually take action, but the results were well short of what was possible for them. If they had started, say, 10 years earlier, they could have done a lot better. Yeah, it goes to show it's time in the market, not timing the market. And it's about getting started. And the second story is also a client. Sarah was in her mid-30s. She didn't know where to start, what to do. However, she was clear she wanted to take action now and, build up something for her retirement and financial security. And then she had personal goals and visions that she wanted to achieve, and some work that she did or a contribution that she was making to society that she wanted to support. She had made good progress in paying down her owner-occupied debt, and she reached out to us in early 2017. We restructured Sarah's home loan to release sufficient equity to purchase 2 sub 350k properties in high growth areas in Queensland. The current property value would be around $600,000 each approximately. And in this time, she's had equity gains of about $500,000 in 5 years. So imagine earning an extra 100 grand in income per year. And so she's paying them off steadily, with the current loan to value ratio is well below 50%. So she's close to paying off her home. Obviously, she's been consistent in these 5 years, but she's also paying these properties off. And for her, it's been time in the market. And with the rising rent returns, it will make a huge difference in her retirement. And 2017 or to 2018 was a time when there was a lot of, again, uncertainty. And obviously there was a few things going on in the lending climate, etc., which had many people frozen with fear, and people didn't want to take action. So it wasn't actually directly impacting people, but they were concerned about the banking oil commission happening. And that was an excuse to not do anything. But she took action when nobody else was taking action. And then taking action when it's the right time for you is what helps you work towards the outcomes you desire, as opposed to waiting for that magical time to start. And time is going to pass anyway. When would now be a good time for you? That's a question.